Just like history, if like the only stories that we read about our past are not written by us, will get written completely out of the pages of history. I believe the same is true for the future. If we don't write ourselves into the future, we get written out of tomorrow as well. So Octavia Butler, just by imagining different futures and writing them out so eloquently, I feel like it's inspiring to an entire generation. It was really hard to do a short story. In fact, before doing a short story, just with Octavia's Brood and Octavia Butler in my mind, I got down with my cousin McClee and my brother Elias Fulmore, aka Burnt Face, and we did the E.T. Phone Home song, which ended up being the genesis of this whole science fiction Ethiopian hip-hop record called CopperWire that literally was born because of Octavia's Brood and because you asked me to write a short story. Yeah, Octavia's Brood changed my life. It helped change the way I think about community organizing. We're always fighting against something to let's actually build an alternative and let's actually like build the future that we want to create. One of my biggest inspirations in writing is this guy named Haile Gerima. He says, when I'm making a film, I write the story that I hunger to hear. So that's always in my head when I write anything. So in this case, I've hungered to hear Ethiopian science fiction because in going to Ethiopia and in so much of the art and the symbols, it is science fiction to me, but it's rarely seen as that. So my sci-fi story is the kind that I've wanted to read from Ethiopia for a long time. I hope it's the kind of thing that will inspire other Ethiopian writers and African writers to both reclaim history that's been buried while at the same time imagining different futures. So I tried to do both in the story. Yeah, so it's inspired by this picture, which is the St. George's Church in Lalibela, and it kind of looks like a spaceport to me. So I reimagined this temple as a spaceport, and I reimagined the life of Lalibela, and he's a time traveler, and I talk about kind of how he time travels, how they had all these technological advancements like several centuries ago. Thank you. Octavia Brood's the ish. It hasn't even come out yet.
As a